Hi guys. So I've only got like what 10% of the position left on this at the minute. So not a large stake running. Um, Closed off 3 times as we came through these highs and then just brought stops up. So just leaving a little bit to run. We've got what 10 minutes until comics open. So I was taking an early entry pre-comics. We had a 15-minute candle closure above resistance, you can see here. Then a 15-minute wick down, and because it was a deep one and took out the lows, I put a flip entry in that. So I had 20 odd points out of it so far, but I have scaled just around 90% of the position out at the minute. Hey Nigel, how you doing? So yeah, and because we broke the high of this candle, I brought stops up underneath the low. So we're probably gonna get taken out right now, but it will probably set up for. There we go. So we're out of that trade right now. Um, so today we're sitting pretty. I think what's that? Three tra What we've done today? 3 trades, one break even, one TP1, uh, and then the last one was what? Maybe we had a T1, a T2, then it broke the low of the candle, so I scaled another half out. Then it pushed up and I pushed. So basically what happened was this candle here, this is where the entry was. We hit T1, T2, come through. And then this one opened, broke its own low, so I closed another half off for about, I don't know, 16, 17 pips. And then as it broke the high here, I moved my stops underneath the low and it stopped us out. So what we're going to look for now, we're going to look for, let me just bring this down a bit. There we go. Going to look for opportunities long on gold. 30-minute, we can see closure above, nice wick. If we get a wick down in 8 minutes and it closes above somewhere in this region, we'll look for buy stops. Oh, no, I need music on. Uh, 1 second. So yeah, we are. Oh, hold on a second, guys. There's something I just need to do. There we go. All right, just let me know who's in today. I can't, obviously, I can't see who's in, so just give me a heads up if you're in the live stream today. And if you're new to the stream, let me know. And if you are new, let me know if you're trading live, demo, how long you've been trading, all these kind of things. Good to know so you can get I can get an understanding of the audience and how much I need to explain about what I'm doing. I'll always try and keep you fully up to date with exactly what I'm doing. Um, Peter Cole, Anna, Stuart, hi guys. All right, remember we are running another giveaway this month. If you haven't yet seen it, it's a 5,000 account that's going to be given away from Instant FX Capital. All you need to do is open up a new funded account. Minimum entry is $300. Maximum is $5,000, and you will be entered into a prize draw as long as you've placed a trade and the account is still active. by the 31st of March at 7 p.m. Now, um, hey Scott, how you doing, bud? If you also open and trade a pro account with the same broker, you'll get a second opportunity this month as well. So you got two bites of the cherry. So depending what you do, hey Lola, how you doing, darling? Let's come over to TradingView right now because we've got no trades running. Okay, so DAX is looking a little bit interesting here on the 15 and the 30. Let's have a look at the NASDAQ, see what's going on there. Okay, so NASDAQ. Okay, so uh yeah, good. That's good to hear, mate. Good to hear. So potential NASDAQ, if we get some kind of rejection and buyer candles come in down here over the next 30 minutes, ooh, that one's kind of 70, 34. 42 pips to the top of the range. So Nasdaq, I will wait. Nasdaq, I will wait for longs for a close above here. So buys above 19010. Okay, gold's pushing. Okay, so there's a potential on gold on the 30. Let's have a look at how many pips range we've got down here. Okay, I'll skip on this sell below there. Think we'll leave NASDAQ sells below 19661. Okay, so hold on, let's look at the 30. Yeah, 15. Okay, so NASDAQ sells. I'm going to keep it where it was off the 30. The 30 is a bit cleaner than the 15. There we go. Sells below 19657. Let's have a look, see what we've got in the way of news today. Right, I've closed that one down. So, okay, Forex Factory. Tuesday, nothing. Just CAD news today, so there's nothing that's going to impact NASDAQ other than geopolitical tensions and gold. So I'm going to leave those for now. Let's have a look at gold. Gold, okay, so bias, we said this morning equals buys. Potential shorts if we get sells below, close below 30.20. Let's just write it properly. We've got potential buys now, so we're only going to be, I think, BPC trade. To be fair, on the 15, because the 30 is going to show you a close above. We've got a wick down. We could buy above the break of that high there on gold. Nasdaq, I would love to see price shoot through here and give us a potential um, BPC trade. DAX. Nothing is really jumping out at me. Only thing I'm going to look at is gold buys above the break of the. If this uprange candle finishes bearish close and it stays as an uprange, I'll place a buy stop above the highs, stop loss underneath the lows, and I'll take 70% off at T1 just because we are overcooked and there's been no real pullbacks. Okay, so let's change charts and let's get the order placed. I've got 1 minute. It says 3 trades, 3 wins, but it's not. One of those is a break even, really. 21 quid and 17.50 in commission. That's break even in anyone's standards. So, uh, okay. All right, I'm just going to put that at 30 pips profit, but we'll see. We'll see how it moves. Okay, so okay, there we go. We can place the order now. Now, if it breaks the low, I'll cancel the order. Okay, so this is what we're going to look for. Yeah. And you get who's going to be placing this order, guys? Anyone looking for long on gold, or are you going to wait for more of a pullback? I'm not going to put a partial take profit in until we break the high. In fact, I just need to check the price. 30, 31, 43. 30, 31. Yeah, let's move that. 63. Don't want to just get triggered in and it's being triggered by the spread. So always make sure um, you have your orders above the highs, including spread. So wherever you're going to look to place your order, add the spread on top of the price. Otherwise, if the market could just get to the same price as the high, you get triggered, and unfortunately, it's basically you're just gonna get triggered by the spread, and the market could just move back down. You actually want it to break the highs, so you're buying with momentum. Yeah, listen. Problem is, we always think the market won't go as far as it will, and sometimes it just keeps on going. So I'll just trade my rules. Again, because like I said, once I get partial TPs in, I'll put 70% off at 10 pips. Oops, didn't mean to set it. There we go. So I'll be doing partial TPs at 70 pips. Did I? Partial TPs at 7 pips. I think I might have just said 70. Apologies, guys. Right. Let's have a look, see what's going on with the DAX. US Tech. Now, this looks like clear rejections, guys. It looks like price is going to reject this and pop higher. but we don't have any range to work with. We've got like 30 points, and that's without waiting for the candle to close above the 30. Uh, See, this is brand new candle. We've got, yeah, so you've got to work from this high. You've got 26 points. The margin for error is not very big. Oh, we've been triggered. Okay, let's set on gold. Now, 7 pips. We're going to move stops to break even. If we get chance. Just check I didn't put an audit. No, no. So we see what happens now. COMEX has been open all of 5 minutes. Will we get a push up, or are we going to continue to see the market just now? It's broken the highs. Will it reject? Look, at the end of the day, while ever I keep seeing the market breaking resistance, having a pullback, I'm gonna trade the highs. I'll be more aggressive with trade management. Yes, this is the first trade of this session, or of the live stream, I should say. I did just trade this one here. We had 20 points, and then it came back to entry price. Mm, 5 minute candle. Yeah, that's the one that took the highs, and then we're having a wick down. There's nowhere else I can really move my stop loss to um, without being too aggressive. Um, Underneath the low of this, but we are still in the first 6 minutes of that 15 minute or that 30 minute candle. So bias remains buys. Anna, you're Ver. Who's Ver? Welcome to the channel, Ver. I'm not sure if that's your first name or if it's just your YouTube name. So welcome to the live stream. Anna 1234. Oh, okay, yeah, you must have just got in as it broke the highs. Okay. So patience, guys. We've got to trust that the market, as it continues to respect the lows and break highs, we should expect the market trend to continue unless proven otherwise. So Verona, welcome. Am I too presumptuous to say, are you from Italy or Italian background? Whereabouts are you from? You knew you were invited. Ah, fantastic. Welcome. May I ask who invited you? Is it one of our members? So obviously the no, not still. No problem. Right, so basically guys, we're applying the 70% rule here. So the 70% rule just means um in this instance, 10 pips is the first target. So 70% rule means if we get 7 pips, that means if these blue numbers go to 70, all I do is move my stop loss to break even. Okay? Lola invited you. Ah, lovely. Thanks, Lola. Yeah, Lola's doing well. So basically, we are long gold, and after not such a great start, we finally see some blue numbers. But what we can do is we can bring this up to here, reduce our risk a little bit. In the UK, well, today we have a little bit of blue skies and sunshine, so it's there we go. There's TP1 and a break even, guys, and off we go. We're running now. Let's see if we can get to T2. Um, you know what? Because of the way this market's been moving, I'm just going to keep pushing that away. I'm just put another partial TP in at 200. And we are stopped out at break even. Well, slightly above break even, but not much. So look, in terms of my day now, that's me done for trading. But look, you might say if we'd have left the stop loss down here, based on how strong the market is, it could just keep going. It could do. But look, ultimately, the set of rules that we apply are all around price action, meaning that if something happens, we do it according to our rules, as opposed to just going, this could have happened, that could have happened, and on that basis, then all that's happening is we're trading off emotion and not a rule based. So when you do things by emotion, you are you're going to react differently based on your mood. If you're in a good mood, you might do it a certain way. If you're in a bad mood, you might do it another way. Um, so it's very important that you're self-aware about state of mind and whether you should be trading or not. You need to be when you're trading, you need to be a little bit emotionless. Um, so it's never good if you've had, let's say, if you're intoxicated, loaded on caffeine, uh, very angry, these kind of things. You really want to stay away from the charts. Okay, so look, gold has done its thing. We got our T1. Nothing more than T1. Came back, stopped us out. I did take 70% off, so it was a little bit. Cheers, Scott. It would have been a better trade if we if we could have caught more, but never mind. Um, at the end of the day, it's about taking a little bit of profit here and there. So yeah, I'm four for four today. So I'm not going to be trading anymore. As much as I might be tempted by looking at certain charts, I'm going to stay away from it. But I will have a look and see if there's anything that is not tempting, but let's say meets the criteria or rules for you guys to potentially have a look at, and then you can make up your mind as to whether it's something you want to trade. Um, where are we? So, any new people in here? So we've got Ver in here. We've got Scott, who's been in a few times. Is Aaron in? Aaron's relatively new. Any other new people to the live stream? So all we've done is one trade on the live stream today. Um, not done anything else. I did have one running prior to it, which if you were in at the beginning, you would have seen was running, but we'd already scaled out about 80, 85, 90% of the trade. So there wasn't really a great deal you could have done with that. Now gold were up $32 on the day, and $3,000 just seems to be benchmark market keeps going. So the way to look at this right now, let's just remove all drawings. You've got no resistance to work with, guys. Okay, so remember, you've got no resistance. Every time the market creates a new high, it is creating an all-time high. So the only resistance you will have to work with is when a seller candle is formed. So you will have a buyer candle followed by a seller candle, and then that's created resistance. Okay, so on that basis, if you're looking to try and sell this market, you have to wait until you see a change in structure. Okay, so that means, let's say you've got resistance here and then you've got support here. It breaks through, it comes up, it comes down, creates resistance here, then it breaks through this support area. So once it's broken through this, you've now seen a high, a lower high, and a break of support. So then you were just looking for price to rally and create resistance, or test old support becomes new resistance, and then we can look to sell once sellers have come back into the market. But you don't want to be selling any time before that, because you need the change in structure in order to confirm your move lower. Okay, don't try and jump the gun and get short a market, um, get short a market before it's actually giving you clues and insights that the market is actually about to turn. So this is a common trait that I always see from new traders. They want to try and sell everything that's rallying, try and catch the top or try and catch the bottom. The objective is not to catch the top or the bottom. You want to catch the move. That's the bit where you're going to catch the quick pips. Um, So let's see if there's anything else we can potentially look at today. Lola got T2, so you didn't move your stop loss then. If you didn't move your stop loss and you got T2, well done, but I hope you do that for all trades. Yeah, nothing. I'm going to stay away from NASDAQ. Okay. So in 15 minutes time, there's a potential long on the DAX. Did you guys not move your stop loss? I'm seeing a lot of T2s coming through, which is really good. Well done. But if you didn't move your stop because it's with trend and that's your reason, fantastic. Um, if you've hit T2s because you forgot to move your stop loss, then that's not fantastic because you're getting rewarded for a bad habit and therefore you're more likely to do that again in the future. Okay, guys, how is everyone getting TP2s? What's happening here? Nigel, you must be getting close to your 15% mark. You've had some nice trades today, bud. Uh, right, 1 second, guys. Uh, hmm. Anna, it is below the 15-minute candle now, 3033.4. Let's have a look. Oh, you're still in it. Okay, nice. Well, uh, um, okay. Any other? I tell you what I need to do. Need to have a little bit of music because it's a bit quiet in here today, and obviously because I don't quite get the engagement through the chat messages. Sometimes it can be a little bit lonely and difficult sat here just talking to a screen when the markets have done what you want them to do, but the 30-minute actually, what's that? 17, 12, 42. There's potential actually for US. for NASDAQ shorts below 19. Let's close partials. Uh, okay, let me get some music on. I need something in the background here. Um, right, how's everyone's month looking so far? Are we positive? Are we negative? Or are we, where's the set? There we go. All right. Okay, so options. Now, why we can look for a short trade here, guys, is because of what I was explaining on gold. Now, there's nothing to do with all-time highs, but this is to do with changing structure. So if we've got a high here, got a high here, you see lows here. If we get a close below here, um, if we get a close below here, I can see the market driving down into this area. And if we get below here, then obviously we can see it driving down here. So we're going to wait for a close below, then a wick up, and then sell below. Mark, can you have a look at New Zealand USD for my sanity? Sell stop if it breaks the low. Not a currency pair, but might have a dabble. Okay, let me have a look. 1 second. Um, let me just get rid of these. So look, that's why I'd look at a sell here, because you would have a change in structure. You've gone from high, higher low, lower high, lower low. So then you close below here, wait for a wick up and sell down. So it's same, everything's the same, same process, same setup, same things to look for. The only difference is you're waiting for that change in structure. And this is where discipline and patience will come in and help you massively. Yes. Let's have a look at Kiwi. Yeah, perfect. Just wait for close below here. This candle here would be the one that I'd watch for. But you'll get that actually by waiting for the hourly candle to close. If you wait for the hourly candle to close, then you can do a sell stop underneath this low. Yeah, nice spot, Stuart. But like I said, guys, that's anyone that is gonna trade a particular market, or you can apply the same principles. Obviously, the difference that you'll have to look at and do the testing on is targets, stop losses, things like that. Uh, uh. So 1 second, guys, just got to reply to. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back now. Let's have a go. Small percentage. Yeah, why not, Stuart? Why not? Why not? Small percentage, even if it's just like minimum lot size, 0.01, just to get familiar. I can't say it. You know what I want to say? Familiarity. I can't say it. I found a word I can't say, guys. So I'll have to look. I can't get my around it. So never mind. All right, gold. What's happening? Still pushing higher. So listen, guys. The gold setup was quite simple. It's just an uprange candle that's bearish by the break of it. It's a strong trend. Have a look at strong trends. If you get one candle pullback by the break of it, see what happens. Strong trend. Now this one's different because it's not an up range. but it is 1 bar pullback. 1 bar pullback inside, 1 bar pullback, off it goes, 1 bar pullback, 1 bar pullback, 1 bar pullback. Nothing there. Again, a little bit. 1 bar pullback, 1 bar pullback. Nice strong movement here. 1 bar pullback. It's not coincidence, guys. These are little things you'll start to notice. You're not going to see it a lot, but the key to the setup is strong pullbacks, strong trends, and then the market just giving you a little clue. It's just like a pause, right? It's just a pause in momentum. The DAX has created resistance, so we could look for buys above here. Let me just zoom out a little bit. Let's see. Okay, yeah, we're above this area. Okay, so we have a setup based off the 4 hour above the high. Are we back at all-time highs now? Bloody hell, that didn't take long, did it? Okay, the DAX is at all-time highs. Okay, if this 4 hour, yeah, okay, the 30-minute, we've had a close above. We've taken out the highs on the 30. Let's just check on the 15. Okay, so the 15, I prefer the 15-minute. So what we want to see is we want to see a close above there to get long. Oh, NASDAQ's breaking. NASDAQ's breaking. We got wait for the hourly to close and then there's a setup, guys. So NASDAQ, if we close below this structure here, next candle wicks up, you can sell the low. Let's have a look, see how many points we've got to the next 26. Well, it's still going, unfortunately. 3 minutes, it could be a costly 3 minutes. If it closes too low down, guys, there's going to be no setup. I think it's gone now, guys. Unfortunately for me, that if I was going to look at it, it's up to you guys, depending how you want to do this, right? So, look, for me, I won't take this trade. If it was to come back here, then you could look at doing, like, say, a 25% risk and 75 if it breaks the lows. Because then what you're doing is the 25% that you put on as it comes back to test 19.7, that bit there, if you imagine, let's say, what have we got here? That 23 pips here, if you put in a quarter or a third on, you're effectively adding another, if it's a quarter, you're adding 6 pips profit based on the fact that it's a quarter risk. If you're doing a third, then you're adding 8 pips. Does that make sense? See what's going on with some of these other markets. Yeah, okay, perfect. From Anna. Now, something we looked at on the Swissy the other day was how this market moved in the same way as it's gone up, consolidated, and then as it's come down. Now, if you look at this bit here, what it's done, it's doing the same again. So here had 3 down days, had a few up days. So now what you might expect is we come back to here. So you see how it did in a couple of movements? This might do it in a couple of movements as well. Afternoon, Frankie. Um, about time. NASDAQ's gone without us. We were looking at getting short below here, but the last 5 minutes it's gone without us, so uh, can't do anything there. Gold, we had a little a little trade on it. Some of the guys got T2 and a bit more. I just got T1. I was probably a little bit more aggressive with the stop loss than the guys. I don't know. Anna, Nigel, you still in gold? Anyone else? You still in gold? Nasdaq just doesn't want to hang around. It's off. So obviously the let's have a look, see what's happening. So pre-market, Nvidia's slightly down. Microsoft is slightly down. Meta's down. Alphabet's down. Tesla's getting hammered again. Another 4%. You missed H1 gold. Where? Which H1? Which H1 gold did you miss, Frankie? Anyone selling Tesla with the news? Well, I mean, it wasn't the best salute he's ever done, was it? He's definitely in for a lot of stick. See, he keeps a lot of the garages are getting vandalized and cars are getting vandalized all over the place. Uh, I'm not sure. Mm, I'm just thinking the DAX. If you're looking for sells on the DAX, guys, I'd be say underneath here. That should give us a nice solid change in structure. But yeah, there's not a lot really jumping out at me. You know, obviously the simple things is gold buys, but you're literally having to go down to 5 minute charts to see pullbacks, and I'm not doing that. So gold buys, which one, Frankie? We we bought the high of this in the live stream because if you look at it on the 15, there's your resistance. This one broke out. This one came down, gave you a bearish uprange candle. We bought the high of the uprange candle. Anna's out on gold. How's the week looking? Sorry, how's the accounts, Anna? Are we pushing, making some good gains again? Yeah, nothing. We can't listen. This is the art of s- 5.5. Lovely, Anna. Lovely. So we've got another 14.5 to go before we hit stage three. So stage three, well done. So stage three, you get on this one. Was this one 5 to 10 or 10 to 20? I can't remember. Okay, so you. Okay, so brilliant. So stage three incoming for Anna. Lovely. Mm, hold on. Okay, yeah, that's right. Sorry, my brain wasn't working. Brilliant. Well done. So, mm, let's we'll stay away from those at the minute. Yeah, still looking for bias is gold long. So no matter what, guys, it's always gold long. Yeah, don't think about gold shorts. Just keep gold long. BPC trades, flip trades. Um, who who can remember what a flip trade is? So someone give me the rules for a flip trade. Jez, four trades, four wins, off to paddle now. Oh, good man, mate. Good man. I've um I've actually I've just signed up on paddle. What's it called? Playtromic or something? Playtomic. Disappear for 20 minutes, and no worries. I'm not sure I'll still be on in 20 minutes. Um, in in 20 minutes I might have to disappear. Half one I do because I've got a coaching session. Um, oh, that's going to be great with my addictive personalities. He says about a chomp on her. Come on, guys, give me some rules for a flip trade. I want to see how well you've got them, how well it's sunk into your head. According to Magic, according to Magic Keys, I'm 4 for 4 today, but I'm not. I'm 3 wins, 1 break even. So look, let's do this. You lot aren't talking, so gold we can do long trades only. Okay, so this is what we're going to look for. Write it down on your chart. If you don't know, write it down. And I'm just going to munch on this while I'm typing it, guys. And then if you've got any questions, ask them. Okay, so BPC. BBC setup. So one, let's have steady pullback. There you go, guys. Now, if that doesn't make sense, let me know. So that is rules there for a BPC setup to get long. Read them, let me know. Any questions? Does that make sense for a BPC? So if you look here, we've broken out a resistance. Resistance formed, it's broken out. So now we're waiting for a pullback. Looking for a minimum of 2 candles to pull back. Then we're waiting for, could be the third, it could be the fourth, it could be the fifth. We're waiting for buyers to come back in and close bullish. We want the candles that have corrected to be nice bodied candles. Let's say like this. So you get here, if you get a buyer candle like we've got here, a wick down, if you buy the high, do we have just clear candle space to trade into? Not like, see, this is nice. Only downside is this candle moves too much straight away. Um, we don't want a retracement like this. There's nothing to work with. So based on the hourly, this retracement is horrible. We can't do anything. This retracement, we can do a BPC. Does that make sense? This retracement, we can do a BPC. This one, no. Again, I'd sit tight and wait on this one. Yeah. So BPC should be very simple for you to spot. You're looking for trend. You're looking for decent sized candles to pull back, and then you're just looking for buyers to come back into the market. It's that simple. It doesn't need to test support. It doesn't need to test resistance because it will form its own. As soon as buyers come back into the market, in this case, then it forms its own support because it failed to go any lower. Does that make sense, guys? Yeah? Superb. DAX is pulling back. Maybe the geopolitical. Let's see what's going on out there. Where are you? Oops, pardon me. Let's have a look on Forex Live. White House has started a global trade war that will reduce US and world growth. Okay, so that's going to be negative for stocks. Fitch cuts US GDP growth forecast 1.7% from 2.1%. Yes, look, I can see what they're all saying, but this is based off the initial reactions of tariffs. But you know that all these tariffs will bring other leaders of other economies to the table to discuss. Right, DAX. Okay, let me just go back to NASDAQ because I want to see it get back above the levels, but I just so ideally I wanted to see it come down, reject, and then close above. So if this candle closes back above, as long as you get 20, 30 pip, hold on, 48. It's not going to be worthwhile. I'd stay away from that one, guys. There's not a lot that's really interesting. So on that basis, for the next 15 minutes, if you want me to stay online, just throw some charts over. Let me have a look. Give me some ideas of what you want to look at. Any questions? Can you see who is on the stream, mate? Um, in what sense? I can only see when people message, if that helps. Is there someone that you would like to know is on the stream? We got we got Anna, we got Jez, we got you, Lola, Nigel, Peter Cole, uh, Scott Page. You might have checked out by now. We've got Stuart, Gandalf, and I think that's all the ones that I see have spoken. Does that help, Frankie? Maybe a John. If there is, John hasn't said hello. Is there a John out there? John? Is there a John watching today? If there is, good afternoon, and thank you for the referral, Frankie. It's always nice to know when people. I know Ver is here through Lola's word of mouth, so thank you, Lola. But yeah, I've not seen a John, nor has a John commented. Maybe there's Stuart Turner, one of our members, but do you want to guess any more names? Maybe go with like a James. James would be quite an easy name for maybe someone to be attending, or a Mark. A lot of Marks around. But yeah, no, I've not seen a John or a new Stuart. Sorry, bud. But thank you anyway. Appreciate the effort. Um, the only chart for me right now that could potentially set up is the DAX. And that's the only one that could potentially set up for me. But as I said, I've got a coaching session at 1:30. Uh, yeah, the 30 at 30 in the hourly. Probably the 30 is a little bit cleaner because you've got this little bit here. Uh, there. So if you get a close below 23,360, then you could look to run it down to, you got 80 points there, 120 points, sorry. So you got a decent amount of clear traffic to head into here if you get a close below. So I quite like that. So look, if you're gonna, I think the trade for this afternoon, if there is gonna be one, um, will be sells below. Oh God, what am I writing? Sells below 23,359. Now buys above 23,465. 23,465. Now something else that you could look at doing is, because what's your bias for this market? Is your bias long or short? I'll have a look at the euro dollar chart in a minute, Frankie. Just want to go over this one. So, what are we thinking? Buys or sells on DAX? What's your preference? Buys or sells? Come on, guys. Hmm. Okay, long. Thank you. I don't know how long the delay is today, but there's definitely a bit of a lag by the time I ask a question and someone can move their little digits to reply to me. Okay, yeah, so preference has to be with longs. Has to be with longs. You can trade shorts, but look, if price can come back into this 23.35 or 360 area, and then you can get a buyer candle, you've got nice clean candles here to work with to trade it back up into the top of the range. So my preference is always going to be in the direction of the predominant trend. So always have that in mind. Now, if you can get pullbacks, then you can call it a range trade, you can call it BPC trade. Very, very similar, but the context of this market is predominantly going to the upside. So you want to have that in the forefront of your mind that in this setup, in this chart, I want to be predominantly thinking about buys. If I'm thinking about a sell, do I see a change in structure? And if I do see a change in structure, how can I take advantage of it? What would it look like? What do I need to see? And then trade it accordingly. So let's say you see this. Maybe you want to see it buy a candle first. You want to see it reject this area. Then you want to see sellers close and take it below. Then you want to see a wick up, and then you sell the low of the seller candle. So you can visualize what it looks like. And then once you've done that, you've got it clear in your mind what it looks like underneath 23,359, then you can then start to place the trade. Yeah, right. So if we think about gold, what could happen? What's the next major? What's the next major? Not announcement. What's the next major timing that can impact the markets? What's the next major timing throughout the day that can impact the markets? I've got 6 minutes before I need to go, guys. So what's the next major timing of the day that's going to have an impact on the volatility of the markets? Mm, well, there's no news today. You're missing something, guys. In 5 minutes. What's happening in 5 minutes? Yeah, there's no news today. So what's happening in 5 minutes? Yes, US market opens. So that's going to be the next thing to impact the markets. Then the next thing we're going to have is going to be London fix. Then the next thing after that will be US close. Yeah, exactly, guys. Yeah, not a lot going on there, guys. So look, on that note, guys, I've got 4 minutes left before I need to head off to a coaching session. So I'm gonna wrap up now. Unless you got any questions, I stuck around just to see if there was anything that we could get. Thought that was 12:30. What was 12:30? Comex opens at 12:30. NYSE opens at 1:30. Only for the next 2 weeks. Okay? Yeah, perfect. Right, guys, I'll catch you tomorrow. Got to jump on my coaching. Say, oh, Euro USD. Let me have a quick look for you now. Uh, uh, yeah, I mean, what you could do is if this 30-minute candle closes bullish, if the next one wicks down, you could buy the break of the high. I mean, I don't know what pips you've got available. I wouldn't bother. Yeah, March the 30th, it'll go back to 230. Yeah, so I think I'd probably wait. If you're going to go for longs, Frank, you wait for price to break this area. But on that note, guys, listen, thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see all our members. Oh, I will see all our members at 7 a.m. tomorrow. And if you haven't, guys, if you haven't, remember, we have just 2 weeks left to get your instant funded account up and running and place a trade on it. There's the link. If you click on that, it's also in the description. Get your funded account set up. Remember, there's no challenges. It's instant funding. You're live. So whatever you deposit, 300, 500, 1,000, 2,500, 5,000, your initial deposit is multiplied by 10, and it can go all the way up to a 200 multiple should you trade consistently and achieve certain milestones. There's no challenges, so you're instantly live at the end of the month or quarter, whenever it is, and you've hit your 20%, you're going to get paid out very, very quickly. Okay? And then you go up to the next stage. For full details, check it out on the website. And everyone that not only opens an instant funded account, if you open up a pro account as well, So that's a personal pro account. This is where you would move your money to and place a trade. It has to be in this calendar month. They have to be open. They have to be active. You'll get 2 entries into the draw on the 31st of March. So if you have done it, amazing. You're in the draw. Open up a pro account, trade it. You're going to have 2 entries. It gives you more chance of winning the 5K funded account. All right, guys, have a great day, and I'll speak to you all at 7 a.m. tomorrow. Bye, 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 bye. And don't forget, comment, like, and share, please, guys. It really helps with the algorithms and getting it seen by potential new traders. And I would like to think that this is a nice channel for transparency for traders to come and have a look and see what we do.